just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a play fake here on first down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 3rd down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard. Looking to throw. Clark. Flushed out right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And that will bounce out of bounds before they can get a return going. First and 10, and kind of tipping their hand at running the ball. 3 tight ends are out there. They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. He'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
3 yards remain for 2nd down. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
To throw is Morris from the gun on third down. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back to throw. Morris. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
They go play action here on first down. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Morris now looking to throw on 2nd down. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Second down and 8. Looking to throw. Morris. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Out of the huddle now for play number 9 on this drive. This is 3rd down and 8. Back to throw. Morris. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to. Dustin Hopkins now for the Washington field goal. It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. And Hopkins' kick is good. And it's 3-0 Washington. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally, because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated, because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off play action. Clark. And this is caught by Watkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Now Clark on first down. And one more time, that's Watkins. That catch good for only a couple. This Washington defense, Charles, terrific in the victory a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's what you would consider a goal for each and every defense, because if you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team because you expect your offense to score more than that. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but I'd have to say a very solid performance.
It's a 2nd down run with Sanders. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Clark. And this pass broken up. And the contact well-timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
And how about this, a fake? And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
Morris throwing on first down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Second and 11 now. Off the play fake. Morris. Completes it to Evan Ingram. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved, because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
On first down, it's Gibson. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. 3-0 after one on EA Sports. Coming up on a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Morris eluding the pressure right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Operating from the gun, Morris. Escaping the pressure right. Got a man. It's Brown. And they'll get this down to the 10.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Back to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year. And Washington going to add on to their lead. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint, down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. It'll be Sanders to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down here at the 28. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off play action. Clark. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a first down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And this is caught inside the 5. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there. Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is down to a field goal. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. 53 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Looking to throw. Morris looking for McLaurin, and he's got him.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Eagles' 28-yard line.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
Here's Morris on 1st and 10. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Let's pin them ears back and go full street. Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. He'll try again. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Matt Breida his second touchdown on the season.
And Washington is able to stretch their lead.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. Montez Sweat. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. From the gun, Clark.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Picked up by Gary and Conley.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
And they gave up the pick six, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
Second and 8.
Back to throw. Clark.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there, because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Clark. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
They run the option here on 1st and 10.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. Back to throw. Clark. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Down here in the red zone, you know your tight end's going to be a favorite target. Couldn't hang on.
And sometimes they just have to get out of their own head because they understand how tight windows are there and how many bodies are there. And sometimes they just overthink it and don't catch the ball.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here in 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
They'll look to throw again. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will close the gap down to 14. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Now Morris on first down. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington. The false start hurts him there a bit, backs him up to 2nd and 9. On the delay, here's Breida. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
To throw is Morris. Throwing on first down. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. Morris. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
On 3rd down, here's Gibson. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've reached halftime here at our nation's capital with the Washington football team on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. So Washington in a good spot. They've got the lead. They will get the football as the second half gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
A big connection on that one. 32 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
On the counter, Gibson. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Finding room to the 20. Touchdown, Washington! Evan Ingram, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Clark. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that is incomplete.
I'm sure this isn't a novel thought, but maybe run some simpler routes instead of trying to get it all back in one shot. Defense certainly appears to be ready for them. Try and get it back little by little instead of in big chunks.
2nd and 10.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation. would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
The passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
Clark throwing on 4th down. Flush to his right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th.
And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They're continuing to rock and roll, and at intermission, maybe sometimes you fear after such a good first half of a letdown, but that wasn't the case.
And what I remember most about being in those situations is exactly what you're talking about. You almost have that sense of satisfaction. You're like, we're doing really well. I remember one time someone saying, winning's fun, but so is playing really well. Why would we want to do otherwise? That was the message, to keep the intensity up, to keep things going. That's exactly what we're seeing here from this team.
Yeah, it's helped them extend their lead.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Now a give to Breida. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's going to take this close to the first down marker as he stopped at the Eagles' 27. Morris now on 3rd and 2. Flushed out right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will extend the lead out to 24.
Only 3 points there, but I got to think at this point in the 3rd quarter, that's all you're really looking for.
And right now the lead is 3 touchdowns and 3 two-point conversions. So you and I both know a huge order for the best of teams. And from what we've seen so far, hard to believe that that's a likely scenario. 3 two-point conversions? That's difficult.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Sanders here as they run out of the gun. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Clark. This is Smith with a grab. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big play that time through the air. 30 yards. Now look, you're not going to be able to get this all back at once, but that certainly helps.
So you're saying 3 yards in the cloud of dust, not the strategy?
I go aerial attack.
Yeah, I think that's what has to happen. And if you're going to run it, you need to break off big chunks. We just saw a big play right there. They need plenty of those.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Montez Sweat picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked up by Cameron Curl. Third and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They're just looking to do more of the same. They were good in the first half. They've extended their lead so far here in the second half. I don't know, they're just looking good on hitting on all cylinders right now.
And sometimes that means a head coach who really has a finger on the pulse of the team may not have anything to say at all. May tell the rest of the coaches,
up a little bit.
Just back it off a little bit. This team has it under control. I remember hearing about Bob Knight years ago in basketball, getting ready to give the final speech before the gold medal game in '84, and on the board, Michael Jordan had written, "Coach, after all we've been through, there's no way we're losing tonight." He didn't even give a pregame speech.
Wow, interesting. Well, right now, no speech is needed. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Here's Clark off the play fake. He'll get that one complete to Connor. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
First down, Eagles.
We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Clark. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's swung out wide to Sanders. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Montez Sweat able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think he may want to keep them cranking high right here.
52's the mark, boy, 52. Let's go.
On the handoff, this is Breida. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that plan any down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
2nd and 8 coming from the 19. They go counter with Breida. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 57 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive they went 3 and out.
They'll run. Anderson. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. Second and goal from the 1. Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked him back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right there in the middle of the field.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it with Gibson. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Antonio Gibson, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. Hopkins with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat. Now Clark to throw on 1st and 10. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Clark now to throw on 2nd down. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. They've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Clark on 3rd and 2. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far, nothing going right offensively. He finds his man, complete. That's counter. The Eagles on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Clark. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Big Shaq Lawson gets the sack there. And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall, looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hasn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Eagles unable to convert there on fourth. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock here with Anderson. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. The 2nd down play not much better than the first. Just a gain of 1 there. Washington on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 8. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Shotgun handoff to Gibson. And this won't be enough. A good secure tackle, and they stop him a few yards shy at the 46. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for them. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Clark from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Washington, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Dallas Cowboys next week. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.